Welcome to the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Buckeyes will put total weather to crank us up. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. He leaves it with his back. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line, pick up a 4. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd...
Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the offense on 1st down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big 2 gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these 2 big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. And back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC. So this one will be interesting.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. To the air, it's Brooks. Getting some heat. And now they've lost the ball here. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
And the fumble recovery gives the ball to the offense with a 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free.
Headed toward the end zone, and they knock it loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Snap it to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. The give on the inside. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. NC State quick to the line. To the air, it's Brooks. Right down the middle. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And after the interception, the nifty... It's back inside the 45-yard line.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And here comes the offense on second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down.
And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. The 40. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Back to throw, it's Brooks. He's got his man.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
NC State now operating from the red zone. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Quarterback checking the play. Try to get it to the edge. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied at 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll run it from the gun. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
The give to the tailback. You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to throw on third. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's caught downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Motion from the offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, running back on the move. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Bully ball on third and short. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Colorado steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored on turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Boulder a ton of confidence. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Looking downfield, it's Brooks. Release to the back. Pulls it in. And more yards after contact. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. He wants to throw. Got his man quickly. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. NC State going up tempo. He's back to throw on 2nd down. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. Lining up for the PAT. Right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Roll that offense back out there. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. It's complete to the left. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Looking to move it through the air. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
Line getting set on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. The Buckeyes get it past the sticks.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. He's looking to throw it. A shot toward the end zone, and they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Power football with the run. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll try to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll take the deep shot. Underneath toast to coverage. Got it deep downfield. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Ohio State 21, NC State 14.
NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. They want to run it left here. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Throws it in. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
He's going to pass. On target. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Heaves it deep. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a 2nd down play.
Get set, get set.
He's looking to throw. Gonna take a shot. It's a big stride inside the 10. Huge.
The receiver
Goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. just keeps moving. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Back to throw, it's Brooks. He finds his man. Open space at the 25. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
On the run, still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Here comes the offense on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Touch pass on the run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Wants to throw, it's Brooks. Dances away. Going to try to get it himself. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Trying to find his man on first down. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. This defense needing this energy from the crowd in a goal-to-go situation. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Tater.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 21, NC State 14.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
NC State.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Rutgers took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the end result was a focused group of Scarlet Knights that fired on all cylinders. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to the...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Shotgun snap on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Flynn. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Second down coming up. Back to throw, it's Brooks. They're bringing heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. They go right back to it. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Third and short now from their own 48. Wide receiver shows motion. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
I love that play call on fourth down because they go RPO, and essentially the football can go three different ways. He could have handed it off, he could have thrown for it, or just keep it himself. He took the latter option. It doesn't matter. That was the right decision on that play to keep this drive alive. Great job.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. The offense lining up for a first down play. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. He's looking for a man on second down. Finds his big tight end. Just plowing ahead. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And it makes it so hard on the defense trying to stop these guys because they're not just throwing it to wide receivers in the passing game. They've got a huge weapon here at tight end, and he just shows you how difficult he is to bring down after the catch.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Fair catch, called for and made. State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
To throw, it's Brooks. They're trying to get to him. looking to scramble. He'll pull it down and run. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Ashmore. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Caught over the middle. It's Flynn. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's right on target. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Biggest drive of the game right here as we get close to the end of regulation. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Get the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on third down, and life is much better. Dropping back, it's Brooks. Still looking, on the move. Chucked it away just as he was hit. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Great job by the defense there in the back end. Quarterback outside the pocket. He's trying to find something down the field. Everybody is covered, though, and they force him to throw it away, now setting up fourth down late.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's no good. He missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So here it is, plenty of time to go and an opportunity to move the ball down the field and win it, David.
And you rep this every single week. The 2-minute drill, you got to be precise.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball. And then the toe drag for the big pickup.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself opening. Nice job between those two.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Comes out throwing on first down. quarterback adapting. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Leaves it with the running back.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in the position to win.
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keep it on the ground. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. The cleats will be tested in this driving rain as he tries to kick to win the game. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Footing is going to be an issue in the driving rain as he kicks to win the game. It's good. Easy call for the ref. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. To the air on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard? Just like that, like you're talking about, Reese. Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse. Just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.